Hey, welcome to the what? Man, Islam. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name, man. He got me excited. Last week I talked about the light heavyweight division, how it's in the slums, with Dustin Poirier winning and with Michael Chandler losing, and I didn't feel like the light heavyweight division had heavy contenders in it where they can bring eyes to the TV. But Islam is that dude. And he has now put himself in a position after this last win to go up in the ranks as well as fight some of the top dogs. And he's calling out some of these big dogs too, man. He's calling them out, man. Hey, before we get into Islam, him calling out these other fighters, man, what did you think about the fight last night, man? Give me your whole your analyzation of the fight last night now.
Islam smash. Cause that's what happened. So, you know, it had a couple kind of back and forth moments, but I say for the most part, it was mainly Islam Makhachev who pretty much did whatever he wanted. Even
Yeah.
even at the expense of his corners, just super nicely asking like, "Hey man, so maybe don't strike, maybe do a little ground and pound." He's like, maybe I want to strike. I want to do some. I want to do a lot. I want to do a lot of living this fight. I want to do a lot of living. But so yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. But now I'm interested to see what he is going to look like against these bigger guys. You know, we're gonna take a step up in competition from here on out. You know, I don't see him getting another. This wasn't an easy fight. I don't know.
Cakewalk right here.
I don't know that. But look, I don't know.
High level kickboxer right here, and he has some ground game as well to go with it.
Listen, I don't know the name for it. I'm not saying that this was an easy fight. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna get tough from here, real tough. And they talk like, is it? Is he go? You think he gonna? You think he just gonna smash everybody?
I think he gonna Islam smash everybody, man. Because Habib, he got Habib in his corner, man, and I feel like Habib is teaching him all the ways of Habibness. You get that Habibness?
Habibness. But no. But think of it like this. All right, having Habib in your corner does not make you Habib.
No, but he has the skills.
Having Floyd Mayweather in your corner does not make Tank Davis Floyd Mayweather.
But Tank Davis has not got a loss on his record.
I mean, Islam does. He's got one. He lost his second fight in the UFC.
But we are comparing a great to a what do you call it, apprentice?
Right.
We're comparing a great to apprentice. So you can see some of the things that the great ones did and is carrying over with the apprentice. So you have to understand this. Islam is in the same weight division that Habib was in.
Right.
So all of these individuals that Habib faced, Islam is facing, and some new counterparts as well too. I think Islam's next fight will be against Tony Ferguson. And after that fight, Tony's going to retire. And I feel like that's going to be an easy fight for Islam. And Tony Ferguson is in the top, what is it, 8, 7?
I have to look up the rankings. Now that you're excited about the rankings, we can look up the rankings.
Yeah, so Tony Ferguson is still in the top 10. So you give him Tony Ferguson, and if you jump him over Tony Ferguson after he beats him, what's next? You got to get a Michael Chandler. You got to get there's no one. I don't feel like after watching last night's fight, I don't feel like there's no one in the light heavyweight division that can handle his ground game.
All right, so you take
the champion.
You take Tony Ferguson. You said Tony Ferguson, right?
Yeah.
So that puts him. Well, he's at 9, so I guess it's not that big of a jump. But he's that'll put him top 5.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson number 5.
Then we get a championship fight.
But look, so like Mike said, Khabib is a different level. Islam is good, but not the same pressure as Khabib. Now, but think of it like this, though. Think of it like this. So you got Conor McGregor, and I understand a little taint on his name, but it just walk with me for a minute. You got Conor McGregor, and you got Conor McGregor when he was on top, it became the idea that everything that Connor did was analyzed and broken down. Okay. So then you got Khabib. Khabib is one of the greatest to, do it, which means that everything that Khabib is doing has been broken down and has been pretty much like studied. If that's the case, and you say, he's the apprentice, which means that he has to do what Khabib did better. All these guys that Khabib beat have went back to the gym and was like, oh, I don't ever want to get beat that bad ever again. And so now you're saying that Islam Makhachev is going to have to do that, but better. Can he do that?
I'm saying Islam has something that Habib didn't have when he first entered into the light heavyweight division. He has a stand up game that is a lot better than Habib is at this point in time. I'm just saying. If he can stand and bang as well as take you to the ground, he has so many weapons that he can make you think too much to the point where you get caught doing something that you wouldn't want to do, or you get
Right.
caught in a position where you shouldn't be in, and then he capitalizes on it. This dude is the most calm individual I've ever seen to be coming up in the light heavyweight division. He
Right.
doesn't pressure himself. He doesn't push too far. He goes with the flow, and then sometimes you have to push him to do things that he's better at. So, like in
Okay.
the corner, you saw Habib, or you heard Habib say, "Look, you just can't rush into these submissions. You got to give me a little bit more ground and pound." And it was just one of those things like it's easing his way into different positions, and it just looks like it was seamless. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Islam is better than Habib. I'm saying Islam is better in some aspects of the game right now than a Habib was. And that could put him in a position where he can have much more success or better success than Habib did in this division, even though he has one loss. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So that was going to be my next question uh is we can't say is he better than Habib because that's unfair.
I know he looks like him. You see that
Will
picture right there? He
will
looked like
he
him.
will he be better than Habib?
If Habib gives the stamp of approval, I feel like he has the opportunity to be better.
He's already
But you
been
never,
stamped.
but you never. That's what I'm saying. He's already stamped with the being better or the best in this division. But you never know in the fight game what can happen because you can slip and somebody can go ahead and punch your lights out because everyone has that off switch when you get to this level, and you just don't know because luck can't be on your side one night and you just get caught. But I feel like Habib is teaching him the right way, as well as Islam is in a position where he wants to learn everything he can get, and he absorbs it like a sponge to the point where whenever he gets to the top five, it's gonna be a different man. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited. He has excited me to the point where I'm like, the light heavyweight division is back for me to being one of the top divisions to watch because of him. This is what I needed right here. This is what I needed. I needed Islam to come in here and put me back on the map. This is what I needed.
Put you on them. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
because you put Islam against McGregor, he beats him. You put Tony Ferguson against Islam, he beats him. They're in the top five. These two individuals in the top five. So you telling me he could beat two of the individuals in the top five?
I
That
got
means
a question.
this dude can get a championship fight next year, mid June. Tell him,
Okay. Well,
book it,
I got a question. I got a
book
question.
it.
I got a question. I got a question before we move on to the next one. All right. So, it was proven that there are levels to this wrestling.
Yeah,
And Habib's wrestling is bar none one of the best, right?
yeah.
Islam Makhachev, his wrestling, you don't use his name as a verb like you do with Habib. You don't
You can, you can.
you're gonna Habib somebody. So the question is, so even with the improved stand up game, what about somebody like a Justin Gaethje? Is that enough of a window open for Justin to be able to defend that type of wrestling? And then does
all I'm
he
saying
have
is,
the
all I'm saying is he has a better stand up game than Habib did or does. So for me, I feel like it like counters it. So like Islam has just enough of a ground game to a point to make Justin think, but he has just enough stand up game where it's like he can stay in the fight with Justin if it stays standing up. That's all I'm saying.
okay? All right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from your one and only Bobby.
Title match next June.
Title
Telling
match
you,
next
it's going to
June.
be that and that.
Book it.
And the one thing I can say before we get to the next part of the show, man, is that Islam. I feel like the biggest matchup for him will be the championship match because that guy at the championship right now, I think he has every tool in the book to beat Islam, but he's just not as marketable as an Islam because he has Habib backing him. But if he had the marketing, if the champion of the light heavyweight division had the marketing that Islam is about to have, then I could back him. But right now I can't. Just can't do it.
I don't know. I like Oliveira. I like Oliveira.